Alright, so I'm going to be blind reacting here to our advance. We're looking at Holocry tankers perspective, so which means just by definition I'm probably going to be picking apart herd gameplay more than others, but I'm going to be trying to look at the map, see what's going on. Right off the bat, you take off, you should not be running this setup in a chieftain on this map. You should be running probably hardening V-stab rammer, also food. Should be running food. Maybe not in advance, but in Clan Wars campaign you should be running food. So against force, it's the first one, so comp doesn't really matter. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. Oh, I got tabbed out there. It looks like over the tracks, maybe. Yep. They're sending 1277. That's dumb. There's no point in doing that. Especially if you don't see all this, but they cross like idiots, so you see it all. I'm actually gonna zoom out here. Okay, I don't know why I'm logged and making these loops anymore, right? So that's dumb. Why does he need to do one more loop when he sees them all? What is he gonna get except shot? That's all you're gonna get, dude. You're not gonna get any more. Say you spot one more chief crossing. Who gives a fuck? Like, you should be dead. Like, as soon as you come up here, everyone should just shoot you and you should be dead. So that's retarded. That's already a retarded thing I've seen. Just leave. Go offside. Their EBR is pretty retarded too. I like the 9-0 here. Bad chat's playing well. Yeah, so here you... No. Whoever's calling, you retake through the city here. You hold... I don't know what happened there. That's... You shouldn't ever get penned there. You retake 3 city. I'm not sure who's calling. I don't know what was called, so I'm just gonna say what I see. So, as soon as they're all here like this, you hold out wide. It's fine if you're gonna be on the 8 line with a couple. You don't need to be this far up. And you need to recross tracks while holding tracks. So maybe like 3 or 4 tanks are holding down the 6 line, so you see anything crossing, you bleed it. And then you retake city with probably 7, 8 people. You want minimal people covering this. 2 or 3 chiefs here is really good. I assume actually people are... No, people are coming in, so I'm not sure what they're doing here. That's just unlucky. No guts actually crossed about as best he can. But he should have been called to cross. So, he shouldn't. They're recrossing. See now, imagine you had people on the rails instead of like, what is this? Like, unless you are going to push, unless you have made the decision to push this right away, which is retarded because they've got a lot of stuff here and especially A0, you shouldn't have people here. Like, be on the rails. Be looking for the bleed. Okay? This is on the callers right now. This is completely on the callers. Batchat should not be taking the city alone, right? You should have... Ravager should not be poking like that. Like, why are you that high? This is individual stuff that's dumb. Their V4 is... Yeah, okay, so we're kind of rotating, but not fast enough. If you had just rotated right away and held, you just take the city, anything recrossing gets fucked, and if they want to push into you, yeah, they probably win the side, but it's so hard to dig out like 3 chiefs here with support down here and through rails. Right? And you've just taken the entire map and you're probably up 10k. You're up HP right now, but it's not because of a good call. It's because they're bleeding more than you guys. That's the only reason. Their EBR is somehow dumber than we are. You get struck. I don't know. Okay, she's looking for the strike. That's a dumb strike. I hope you don't take it. That probably won't hit. It may. So I don't know how I'm log died there. Let's actually go back. I'm going back. Okay, we're looking at him on the mini-map. We're looking at him on the mini-map. Did they get struck? Oh yeah, Hollow's gonna strike. Okay, it looks like I'm log just goes in. 277 crosses. 907 from mid. Okay. You should play a bit safer, but EBR is not too important on this map. So... You guys, again, what is this? Like, T95 907 here, what are you doing? And you don't need this many people over in the east here. Like, I don't understand. You should only have 2 or 3 max over here, ever. Ever. Even if you're pushing, you push through 7, and then you come wide with A0. So I'm not sure what this is. This is dumb. You are actually now more split than them, and they have rail control, which means you should lose this. Even though you're up a lot of HP because they've been bleeding. They should take the city for free. These guys should just die. I don't know why you're repushing city with only 2 277s, a bat, and a 121B. You just don't need this. It's just poor calling. Alright. Good shot. Okay, so here the call is super easy. If you're in this situation, you take 4 chiefs and you just come and drive right here. You just go, you might take a shot here, probably not though because they're one shots. You pressure up with these two, right? Because you're gonna lose city if they're smart. These 2 guys need to pressure up through 7 line right away, engage these, and you just take your 4 chieftains and you play right here and you just fuck these 2. So let's see what's gonna happen. Except the goons, we're probably just gonna sit, which is dumb. You should not just sit here. And Hollow, what are you doing? You know there's 2 chiefs there. Why are you turning your turret? Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is really bad play, actually. This is very bad individual play. You don't back up here. If anything, you get under this ridge. You're dead. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I won't comment on that. It was just awful. Somehow they've lost city because they're awful. But yeah, the correct play is just take everyone and go here. And then these guys, okay, I don't know. Rico Rat, I don't know who the fuck you are. He's not in the clan, so maybe he just didn't know. But you pressure up 7 line, and you just kill. Yeah, this is poor calling, if I'm being honest. And then poor play by Hollow there, and it looked like Log made the poor run. Probably some more bleeding, but they actually bled a lot more, which is nice. That's not nice for you. You're probably gonna win this game. Let's speed it up. Actually, they go up HP, then you pull it back. Okay. Laker Ball is running. I don't know why he's running. Yeah, this is a good push. Yeah, kill the VZ. No, you got a pen. Please. Who's our 277? Is he in Goons? No, he's not in Goons, and he's the only one who penned. Like, that's fucking sad. 23 Austin. Please, fucking pen. And get your HP in the fight. Why are you backing off? Why are you backing off? Do you want your guys to die, dude? You have 700 HP, more than anyone else here. There's 2 907s. Austin goes in first, not Rico Rat. Confirm the kill. Nice. Don't back off. Don't back off. Now your 9-0's gonna die. You're gonna win this, but it's poor play if it's closer, and it is pretty close, but... Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's much individual play to go over there other than those couple misplays I mentioned, so we're just gonna load up the next one already. Sorry for the watching having to load, but you can just skip, probably about 30 seconds. So that first game, I don't expect Lauren was calling that, because I think he would have pushed. That looked like very inexperienced calling. There were a couple opportunities that I mentioned that you should have taken, and the enemy had a couple too that they didn't take, but that just looked like someone who's calling who doesn't really understand Ensk, and maybe doesn't necessarily know or understand that when you pick a side to push or to defend, you really need to hold rails, and that there was bottom like 3 or 4 tanks down sitting south but not on rails was just not necessary. It looks like Holocry's calling here. You should be running hardening on your chief. You should be. Everyone should be running hardening on their chief. Let's look at this initial deployment. Actually, before we do that, what would I do? I see this comp. Chieftains, 907s, 2 EBRs, a V4, IS-7277. They really can do anything. So can you. You've got a bit more pushing power with the 277s. So, yeah, I think you could probably force Hill here. You don't have to, right? Both comps can kind of do anything. I'm going to kind of look at these EBR runs. Okay, no. Why? What was that? What are you doing? Well, like, why are you coming out of the bushes? You don't need to do that. You should probably start over here, just in case they do a deep run. This isn't bad. You can come to like this rock and sit, but you can't, when you're not hard taking hill, you can't really get lit in the middle. But yeah, that's dumb. Now that's dumb. Now the reason that's dumb is because if they had an EBR, which is very common, to just start in this bush or this bush, you're dead. So that was very, very dumb. And the only reason log... Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, this... That's just a poor run that goes unpunished. Like, I can't overstate how incredibly... Again, I don't know if this was called. How incredibly dumb that run is when there's still an EBR on lit. Well, you have to assume he's mid. Or he doesn't have to be, but you should assume he is. And even if they're both lit, both EBRs are lit, it's still dumb because anyone rotating over here could potentially spot you, and if there's someone here, they could spot you because you weren't actually in the bushes. You were just driving everywhere you want to go. So we'll keep watching here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, they are taking hill. They have a good hill comp. You should probably, okay, so you should have realized probably they were taking hill as soon as you see the two EBRs offside not really doing anything. And you didn't spot anything mid, right? Because if you're getting that aggro with log, you're probably going to see anything going 1-2, so you should have realized they're going hill. You don't need all these guys in B7. They didn't get any sniping at all. So, yeah, I don't know. So, we'll continue here. But I don't really like it because when they take hill like this, you kind of already have to have C1 so you can anchor and then look to repush hill. I actually really hope you guys aren't going to go repush west. I hope you guys are going to go possibly reinforce the east and then maybe later repush through one line if log can get into the F4 bushes, which I think he could have. I'm not sure why he's not right now. I turned off the map. Yeah, okay, so log, what are you doing, dog? Just, people think the EBR has to always be active. No, just sit, spot recrosses, sit in this bush with leopard overwatching. I don't know why leopard's on the 0 line. I think it is. No, it's not. With leopard overwatching, and just sit in these bushes. And then you spot a one-line recross. Why is that important? Because if you have someone in C1, you decide to anchor and then repush one way, you will know what's coming, so they can either have support come in or just leave right away. Also, if you somehow get down to like these bushes, there's a good chance you spot chieftains recrossing through K-line. You also spot stuff recrossing through cap in dumb ways. So, yeah, their EBRs were both... Okay, maybe you can't do it now, but the moment their EBRs were... What are you doing? The moment their EBRs were both lit, and you may be lit now, you just come in... Okay, dude, just sit in a bush. Sit in a fucking bush. Rico Rat is being dumb. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to say, Rico Rat, you're an idiot, dude. They're pushing this somehow. Fuck, that's retarded. That's so dumb. That's so dumb of them. They're just blind pushing right off the bat. Okay, let's go over how you hold this push. This is not how you hold this push. Okay, you don't hold it with 3 tanks here. This is dumb. You hold it where Austin and Santana is. You have to hold high. You have maybe 1 tank, 2 tanks down here. This is okay. This is fine. This is not. That's probably, yeah, that's fucking Rico Rat, so whatever. Yeah, you hold C1, that's fine. EBRs probably both look to pressure down here now. Leo support. 277s come high. Right, and if they want to repush into this, it doesn't matter if you're high because you still got shots. But it's very hard to repush into this, especially because they can, if you're controlling mid, which you're not, right? EBRs should both be right here right now, either killing their EBR or sitting controlling mid. You don't have to strike that. I don't think that's a good strike because they're under you. They have to push into Chief. If anything here, you want to strike like anything on the hill. So it's just poor. Here, you shouldn't be playing here in 140 or 120B. You should be backing fully around the corner into these rocks, assuming you have EBR support over the mid. And this is why you don't really play here, because if they all just grouped up right now and came through, like, it's hard for you guys to do anything. Like, your guys high can support, but if you're just all high, what are they going to do? They just have to push another 100 meters. A good clan will punish you for playing here with, like, more than 2 or 3. Okay, this is what we're talking about. This is where you repush, by the way, so I assume call wasn't made. So be it, doesn't have to be up there, but maybe he understands that it's a really good position, and just doesn't realize he can push down now and get his HP in the fight. You guys are going to win this. Both EBRs are still alive, so that's nice. They shouldn't be, but they are. You need to repush. Just go. Just go. You just repush. Okay, yeah, so it's late. It's the correct call. It's incredibly late. Like, incredibly late. Sobi has to come down. Santana, no guts come down, yeah. Yep, you absorb whatever you can. Pretty good play by D to come in. He shouldn't have to make this play. He should be able to play back there because his guys are supporting his offside. They're repushing haphazardly. Just stay in B2. Even if you die, just sit in B2. Let your EBR and Leo get the crossfires. We're going to speed this up here because it's kind of dumb. The fact that you're only up 3k, I get you're up 4 times, but the fact you're only up 3k after they retard push into you is a little concerning. Because this is not a great camp. This is forced too. Like, yeah. No clan should ever make that push work, except I'm convinced if it was a better clan, they would have beaten you there. Send a couple through base, like through K line here. You don't need to everyone come hill. It doesn't matter. It's just for future reference. You're gonna win this. Both EBRs survive. That's big. And I was kind of shitting on one of the EBRs earlier. And he deserved to get shit on, but regardless, EBR's surviving is really important. So even if you make a dumb play but you survive later, that is important. So we're going to open up the third advanced game here. Bear with me. So like I said, it just seems to me that the calling is very inexperienced, and maybe the calling is kind of going based off what has been seen in the past from Lauren, but not maybe understanding why necessarily it's been called like that. Sitting in Corellia in base with that many initially is bad, I think. Lakeville. Okay, so Lakeville is incredibly... again, you need to be running hardening and food. Lakeville... You can really out-rotate your opponents on Lakeville, and the fact that you have 2 EBRs and they only have 1 is really nice, because if you see their EBR going into like C4 area or south, you can immediately stick one of your EBRs in E6. In fact, I think you should send one EBR tentatively into F5, and then as soon as the EBR is spotted not in the mid, you move them up. We're going to see if you do that. I don't think you will, just because maybe we don't understand how to play 2 lights against 1 on this map. 2v4 is Badger. Badger's really good at anchoring 0 line. 79E probably plays in D7. Leo VZs, they really could play anywhere. C6 maybe at the start. They don't have any meds. They're actually not as fast as they look. They're not as fast as you guys. I don't know how I feel about the Leopard from here. I don't know why you're bringing the STB. That's dumb. You don't need the STB. It's just not required. So we're going to speed up here just to get going. Let's look at the deployment. It's not enough going south. You should have 1 chieftain going south. 2 S-Conster is really powerful though. And I suppose you have the eyes. Okay, so yeah, no, don't send the guy south. Or if you're going to send, I guess that's fine. If you're going to send him south, immediately rotate him into mid, because this EBR is fucked off. The other thing is, no, you don't even... If you're going to play this comp, you don't even have to go south at all. Just send him into mid right away, like I was saying, because if you don't see anything with this EBR crossing like you're seeing now, then they're south. And you don't care if they're south anyway, right? That's the other... You need to understand, with this, with what you're running, you don't give a shit if they're south. If they're full south, you've got your 2 S-Conks and these guys to get ready to bleed, right? And then you just rotate back. If they're not full south, that is kind of what you're worried about. So yeah, The EBR run north is really important, but just going mid, because then you actually spot them coming through that the south too, through this little opening, and if they want to come cheeky on the inside like that, which would get them fucked if you had mid. So yeah, no, yeah, this is just called because the caller sees in the past that people play EBR south, but that's the absolutely incorrect place to go in the EBR when you're running this against one EBR and you see this type of comp from them. Plus, if you see them in the north with this EBR, assuming this EBR gets aggro enough, now that actually looks like that is the incorrect run. That is objectively the incorrect run, and I'll go over why in a sec. But if you see them north, then you probably know they're not too much south, and you can hold. If you don't see them north, well, they're probably not north. You take north, and you go help the S-Conks, and well, it's probably game because you've got mid with an EBR, and with mid, it means you can rotate under here, or if you retake to here, under here. So, and these angles late game are very, very important. 4-line from, if you're this cap, pushing through 4-line late game is basically how you break a camp. And if you're this cap, pushing under here, through from E3 under to C5, along with retaking through the 9-line and then under to like E8 is how you win. Doesn't look like they're camping. They're probably just holding 0-line. Because you're on attack, it's much easier to hold 0-line if they were to full take through into like H9 than it is to hold city. So if I see this, I'm immediately recalling everything from the 2-3, anchor with maybe one under E2. Again, that EBR needs to be mid though. So if the EBR is not mid, I think it's kind of a moot point. And re-pushing into H9 and just holding this. If you can take that, no, I don't even think you should. You just hold this, you hold this angle, and then you start sending people underneath. And then once you have this, and you can start sending people underneath, maybe hold one chief here, you can rotate some tanks back out to support E3, and then rotate under. You don't even really have to push city, you just come under with everything. And then once you're under here with everything, you can have a couple guys here, maybe a guy here. It's really hard to repush from everywhere, because every single spot that is low can be supported from every other spot on the map. Okay, so let's go back to this EBR run. He's just sitting. Is he sitting? No. Okay, but why? If there's two people here, you're dead. We see that, right? No. The correct EBR run is, now look on the mini-map, I'll do it first. You come through, and you go into the city, kind of like what he's doing. Okay, he's actually doing it pretty well. From both sides. From this side, you come in like this, or like this, and you leave, and from this side you come in like this, and if you can get a little deep, you go like this, and then you come out like this. You don't come out through here, you just die. Like, seriously. So on the map, it's you come in, you don't ever go low here, that's really dumb, and you come through the city, boom, 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 boom. If there's no EBR and you get a bit deeper, you come in, and then out, and if there's literally nothing, you can go immediately sit over here, which is over there on the map. So these are just poor EBR runs, and I'm sorry if this is the same guy who did it wrong last time, but it's wrong. It should get you killed every time, and the fact that you're not getting punished means that you think you're going to play it correctly, and then you face fucking give up, and you're dead within the first 30 seconds, and I'm not exaggerating. Don't bleed there. What are you doing? So we're just hard taking city. Okay, again. What was that EBR run ever gonna do? Like, who cares if you spot this leopard, this chief, and one more guy rotating into city? You have the general gist of what's going on. And now you should be dead. Leo, this angle fucks you. Chief, Hill, even this 907 when you come peek high, you should be dead. Like, you didn't need to do that. You did not need to do that. Your EPR is more important to live. Yeah, there's a poor cross. You crossed through A-line. You're bringing everything. You're just all in this. It looks like they are too. Maybe they're a little more split. I don't think you've got the better tanks to all in city. In fact, I know you don't. Yeah, I think this is dumb. You're probably gonna win. No, well, you probably won't actually. I don't think you should all in city here. I think, like I said, you should have turned around and gone and retaken and take under. Hang on, I just want to switch to her view. You should strike city because you are gonna lose. That'll do nothing. Okay, I guess we strike because we can't pen 790. We're just gonna keep it. Okay, you can't, like, You guys are gonna get proxied, whoever you are. Who is that? It's out of render. You just, go, Askongs, just drive onto him. If you die, well, you won't, but you'd only die if they have like 3 more tanks to be pushing, in which case you would win city. Leo, nah, move up, dude. I know you're floating, but go do something productive. Both EBRs shouldn't be under. There's no reason to be under. You're not spotting for anyone. Go help your super conks kill offside. Right, and that shouldn't be called. That should just one EBR or both just understand that's what they have to do. That was a poor peek. I mean, yeah, what the fuck was that peek? Look what they see. What the fuck was that peek? That was hollow. That's just a bad peek, and it makes you lose games. I get if you're calling, it's hard, but you lose games like that. Super conks are going. That's good. No. Super conks, you go high. Don't go low. You go on the tracks and you just drive at them. Fuck. That's a big deal, actually. I'm gonna slow it down to 1x. D-Day, not in a bad position. I actually like the off angles we've taken in the south. I really do, actually. You've bottled them. You have bottlenecked them. Now imagine if you bottled them like this, and you could just hold until you retake south with both DBRs, Leo, and S-Conks, and then you're under, and then you can just come in behind, come up here, and then they're truly stuck, right? Right now, you shouldn't be looking to push. Now, you're not right now, which is good. You should be looking to not bleed. You have a really nice angle here with these 2 guys and then these guys supporting it. It would be very hard for them to repush, so they're trapped. You also have if they want to leave through A line, they can't. Their best play is to just try to shove this, which I still think is bad because you got a massive crossfire. So you're capable of holding them in the north very well. I don't think you're really capable of pushing them in the north, right? Because if you do and you come through, like these guys start coming through, well then this Badger probably has got a tank like a V4 or something. Well, I don't think they do, but if they have a tank back here, you bleed for it. So your S-Congs just need to go earlier with your EBRs and Leo, and you just kill this guy, and you drive on top of him. Why are you going low? What is going low doing? Well, I'll tell you what going low is doing. It's making you go slower, and it's allowing your people in the north to the opportunity to bleed more. Just go. Even if you get shot by Leo, which you won't, even if you do, it doesn't matter. Your 2 EBRs, which somehow Cherry's dead. I don't know. It's because you're playing under here. That's dumb. There's no, really, if you I know people might think I'm being rude, but if you really think about it, what is that accomplishing with both EBRs playing under when you don't have anything to shoot for you or any real, objective? Yeah, I guess you spot a couple people. For what? You don't care where they are anyway because the fight's in the north. Go take offside. You come, low is very powerful. That's why EBRs probably went there, because they know low is powerful, but not in this situation. It gives you nothing. At least not until you completely have taken through G0 and pick this chieftain, and then you can get a guy on the rails and then come low and come up like this, because you don't need to push through. And then once you're up here, you push everything off like this, and then you farm this in the ass. But EBRs, you can't do it because you just get overpeaked. You can't do it alone, or you can't do it without support. So we're going to continue here. If this, you're down HP, but if this assuming you guys don't bleed too much more, which you're playing fairly safe. Assuming Leo, move up, dude. Okay, you can't die, man. How does the EBR die there? It's so easy to just not die. Super conks aren't fucking moving, or maybe they are. They're just slow because they went low. Leo, yeah, okay, so there you go. Call made incredibly late. I don't think that's on the caller though. I think Leo needs to understand. Who is that? God, I'm not sure who GOONZ is. So you just need to understand to go there. It's incredibly easy. Their EBR should not be alive, right? I mean, good. You're driving on him. No, just stick together, Super Conks. Don't go. Don't give him the opportunity to kite. Just fucking go. Just go. Leo's coming. Should have come with the Super Conks 10 minutes ago. You're gonna kill him, and you should win this now. They've bled a lot in the city. They really just allowed themselves to get bottlenecked. Poor calling. Poor calling. Yeah, I mean, D-Day, come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, you can't. The only thing that allows you to lose this game is losing this crossfire, and because you've bled with these 3 tanks, and you've even lost one, that is the only thing that allows them to win, is if they repush through A line, kill these guys, and are allowed to come south while you're pushing through the east. They suck, thank God. D-Day well, I suppose killing this chief is good. Rick. Okay, this guy is awful. I'm sorry. If he's evaling for the clan, no. He's done no play that I thought was good. Yeah, so this is how you lose. This isn't awful though, because you've got. Oh, don't grief him, dude. I don't know how the super conks are fairly low. I mean, that shouldn't happen. Okay, do we pen? Do we pen? Do we pen? We just missed. Fuck. Fuck, it's hard to watch, guys. Fire! Nice. Who is Brock Rules? Okay, he's not even doing this thing well. Oh, he penned though. Okay, Santana's got big balls. I like that. I do like this play. It's good. I don't know if he realizes, but he's playing safe from Leo. What was that? Reddit 5. Just fucking pen him, man. These games are so close, and they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. As soon as you took this and this, just... I mean, I told you I didn't like the initial going into the city anyway, but as soon as you took A3 and through the B4, B5, C4 area, it's just a free win. So be it, you don't need to cross him. What are you doing? Like, this is how you, these plays are how you lose. Santana gets to Leo. This chief probably shouldn't be pushing in. Santana should probably not be pushing in. You should probably wait for your super conk. Well, no, you're fine. I didn't realize you had Austin here too with the full health Leo. Just ram him, dude. Just ram. Just ram him. Don't let him get his shots in. Yeah. I don't know. Too much bleeding. They bled just well. They probably bled more, but yeah. If Force doesn't bleed there and they make that A line repush and they make it earlier, you lose. You lose every time. Yeah. Even with the crossfire, the amount you bled, you should lose. So, yeah, I'm not trying to be an ass, but I'm not going over shit that's done well because, well, everyone understands stuff that's done well. Unless it's something obscure that's done well, then I'll go over it. But really, we're just looking to improve. It's nothing personal. I'm kind of picking on the EBRs more because I think we have some more new EBR players who want to learn, and the runs I'm seeing right now, all you're learning is bad habits. Every single run I've seen, like, I'm not trying to be mean, every single run I've seen is really bad. It's like really bad. So right away, wow, 2 Leos by them is not great, but they are heavy and can push. To me, this looks like a south play from them. Nah, I don't like the Badger. What is the Badger gonna do? Also, like, okay, I do question, like, why are we bringing like just one 907? Like, you either bring like 2 or 3 or 4, or you bring none, right? The 907 it's a brawling, medium, fast tank that goes together in a little wolf pack and goes and does shit. Like, unless you've got a god 907 player who just plays offside all the time and is supporting EBR, like in the north, I suppose you could do, but probably CS would be just better. Like, what? You just don't bring one 907. I'm gonna speed it up here. So, it looks like they're pinging J1. I would hold south here and look to take north, because you are fast with both EBRs. They have 2 also, but they have a just better push comp. And it's just easier to push from the south. So, I'd probably hold. Okay. Oh, no, I want to see this run from the CBR. Let's go back. Okay. Yeah, it's nothing too bad. EBR North is doing fine. He just doesn't bleed. Yeah, he just comes up like that. Oh. Okay, so Cherry, for next time you got the bleed on him, but if you want to come over this way, what you do, you don't do that generally either. If they have an EBR south and like a CS coming here right away. I mean, you can, but probably not against 2 EBRs, especially when you guaranteed one south. You come through like this, you play high, you dip down, and you come to a loop up here, okay? And that basically will spot anything coming through K. Now, you've spotted a full north already. this EBR has to realize that maybe you can do one more small loop and then leave. And then reinforce. Just, I mean, take south lightly here. Very lightly, because they've probably got a couple tanks south. You only have to really take down to here. And then play up. And you should take a couple, or one tank mid. Probably a super conk. And then retake north. You have a lot of options for retaking north, but you want to probably take A3 before they do anything. You don't have to! Yeah, Cherry, you shouldn't be playing this low. Anything in mid fucks you. Their EBR's playing equally stupid, though. Oh, you rammed. Their EBR sucks. You can't play high there. You gotta stay low. Don't go this high. You could get shot. Their EBR's bailing. You should hit that shot, Leo. There's no reason you don't hit that shot. It's not like he was unlit. And okay, so Cherry, do you see how, yeah, you've pushed their EBR, but you actually haven't been able to spot anything back there because you didn't poke high yet. You're gonna do it now, but I think it's really late. You can't push through. I don't think you push through here. You don't have any spots they could have recrossed. This guy mid's fine. Okay. No. EBR, you get caught out in the north. That's dumb. You just full leave. You don't need 4 tanks in F2 or in F1. It looks like you're just gonna full overcommit on this S-Conk. See, you're also not grouped. And the reason I hate this play, well, okay, that's good. They could just fully be like 5 tanks stacked in mid right now and you just lose the game. You do just lose the game because it just lets them do anything. They light hold in A3 with like 1 tank. Could be an EBR, could be a chief just to respot this. Hold tank here, 2 or 3 tanks mid. And then they can just choose what they want to do. They can re-push through K, they can re-push through Riverbed, they can re-push through North. That's probably their worst option, because you got a bit like, why? Again, like, what is your 907 doing? I don't know, man. You can't stop here, though. You can't do this. And why can't you do this? Because if you start backing up, all they do is they take their super conk and drive them here and farm you. Oh, but we'll just re-push the super conk. Yeah, you can. You're right. And you'll probably kill him after taking 3,000 bleed. So you either full commit right now. Well, you've actually already decided to full commit, so you gotta go. You can't really back up. Or you just don't commit this far in the first place when you see the super conk with the EBR when you do the run like this. This is. Oh, fucking god, this is bad. This is hard to watch, guys. I don't know how Cherry gets the pick there. God damn it, he should be dead. But yeah, okay, there you go. There you go. Super conk came up. It looks like you're going to strike him. I think when you're in this position, this is the correct strike, but you need to push him. You need to push this super conk with everything you've got in the south. You don't have a choice. It's a terrible push, but you've committed completely. This super conk, if he's smart, is farming you right now. Here they come. I don't see you guys winning this game. Unless they do some really stupid B1 push right now, I don't see you winning this game. You can't re-push through mid. Oh my god, they can't 10 though. We're gonna speed this up a bit. I'm just keeping on looking. Okay, so you make the push. But you see how you're doing the same thing you would have done 2 minutes ago, except they bounced like 4 times, but you should be down an extra 3,000 HP. This should be very obvious to see. Maybe not in the moment, because you're calling, but looking back at this right now, this should be very obvious. Yeah, that's an unfortunate ammo rack, but you have... Repair your ammo rack. Repair your ammo rack. Is this a bug, or are you just not repairing your ammo rack? And stop poking. Oh my god, it wasn't a bug. Don't peek. Nice. Don't peek wide here. Don't peek. Yeah. Peek on the inside. Another misplay is you need to go kill this. You have to kill this guy. You take your 277s because they're fastest, and you just do the boost here. It's not even a boost. You literally just drive up this slope and go shove him. I don't know if people know that or not, though, so that's another big issue. There's no way you win this. It's poor. It was a poor call. It was really poorly done. From the start, I didn't like it at all. Actually, I really did not like it. And if you win, it's just them throwing. You guys don't deserve to win this. You just left this guy too. Another misplay. Yeah, okay, they've taken mid, but they've taken... So what is this? What is going on in like, you're just... And what the fuck is E1 now doing? Like, at least stay high in that regard, dude. Come on, whoever you are. Laker, why? Why have you gone low? And yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play the leopard like that, don't play the leopard. Just get him out of the leopard. It's like legitimately tilting to watch. This is over. That was bad, and the fact that it's like actually kind of close, and 6,000 HP down only is it's pretty close considering what happened. That was, yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. All right, the last two games. Other than the EBRs and just bad pokes, I'm not actually seeing like terrible individual plays. I am seeing really big rotational blunders though, and I don't know if that's, well, I don't know what it is. I don't care. It's wrong. So we're gonna open up this last one here. Oh, and the reason I'm making this video for people is because before campaign, some of the officers want to go over these replays. Ooh, that could be a camp. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. 2 BRs here, that's better. I don't know. I haven't been looking at the Leo, but unless your Leo's getting really nice farm on every map, don't bring a Leo. Like, you gotta be a good Leo player. I'm not saying you're not gods, but you gotta be doing a lot of damage. Taking south aggro is not a bad play. Both EBRs north is, though. Okay, let's see. Let's check the EBR. Already, he's doing it wrong. No, you come through like this. And then you can even, like... The great thing about the EBR is it has such a good turning radius. You just come through and you can just loop again through the house. I mean, you have to drive pretty well. No. Oh, okay! He's dead. Please die. Like, he deserves... What the fuck is that, Cherry? And I'm gonna be, like, a bit meaner to Cherry because he can take it. But, like, what the fuck? What is that? What are you doing? What is that gonna do? And Cherry's one of the ones who wants help with EBR because he just got it. So I don't expect him to know it. But if we understand how retarded it is, it will stick in the mind, right? That never to do it again. So he'll never do this again, which is good. But yeah, I'm not even going to say why. Just when you're watching this video, like, just think about why that gives you nothing. Other than sitting in the open for them to shoot you. Mog also, again, don't do that. Okay, other thing I'm going to talk about for a couple of minutes here. Pause. This is for EBR players. This is very important. What EBRs do is they get vision, but they also secure, and I think some people have heard me talk about this, indirect map control, right? So it's for example, you don't need to hold city to hold city, quote unquote, right? If you have nothing in city, but you have an EBR controlling the entire vision lines through city and then down through D line, you essentially control city without controlling city, right? It's like the best way to control something is controlling it with no tanks, right? Because if they want to re-push, your EBR sees it so early, you can just do anything you want, and he gets out for free. And if they don't re-push, your EBR just solely controls the whole side of that map indirectly, right? Because he's not actually in the position, but he essentially controls it. So by you both EBRs backing off like that, you are giving them so much indirect map control. The other thing with EBRs that good EBRs drivers do is, which they are doing here, but I don't think they realize they're doing it, is EBR drivers are taking the ground that other EBR drivers are giving up. Now, a lot of the time, you'll see this happening with top EBR drivers as they go unlit, and you turn right back in and try to get back to that spot safely, right? But you want to take as much ground from them as you can, and in this case, taking this city is very important. You guys have completely backed off. Their EBRs now take this for free, and if you want to come back, you should either die or get shot 2 or 3 times for it and have to back off again, right? You should be able to see. This is a bit advanced EBR, but like talking about it, you should be able to understand. Implementing it, I give you, it's actually difficult, especially when both EBRs are trying to do the same thing and you're trying to play mental games with each other. There actually are a lot of mental games that goes on with the EBRs. But superficially, you should see that you've backed off. The correct play is just retake, right? They just retake it, and you can't really come back now. It's very hard for you. It's just they have a super advantageous position, and then they only have to retake with one EBR anyway, and then their other EBR is free to do what it wants. I don't know if both EBRs, by the way, were called to go north, or I can't imagine, Cherry, anyone called you to do that run. That was just a panic run or a not knowing what to do run. But, yeah, okay, so look, you're going, this EBR is going back in. He should get bled for it. But their EBR, now, so their EBR, because you guys were spotted leaving and not spotted coming back in, he can just sit in one of these trees or one of these bushes. And then as soon as this EBR comes in, gets bled, and he should probably take a shot because he came in a little wide from anyone else. But it's just because their EBRs are not good either. Yeah, that's dumb. Okay. Fucking shit. Christ. Christ. Why? Right? Even if both of their EBRs were still spotted north, there's nothing that can be gained from doing that. How you spot this is in the EBR, you come and you do a loop here. If you spot nothing, you come over and you do a loop up high. If you spot nothing, you can sit in the bush. Almost always. No, I'm going to revise that. Always, there's going to at least be a tank in K4. Okay? So it's not like you can push through with the EBR any. So what are you trying to accomplish? Also, even if you spot like everything, no one is really in a position. Okay, actually, what positions are we in? Holy cow! So this I didn't even realize till now. This strat is a full-on gamble that they're just gonna shit push zero line. This strat falls apart if they do anything else, literally anything. And even by anything, I mean even if they just sit and they just take it, because taking it and then like coming under, and then now they can retake city or even indirectly take it with their EBR, drive one up to 85. I can't see you winning this. Also, Log just, I mean, I'm sure he does blow up here because even Force can't be that bad to not pick him here. But, yeah, I mean, Log, come on, man. I'm not even going to explain why that's dumb. Yeah. Okay. No, they should not push through city here. And I hope they don't. They shouldn't. Your chieftain in C6 is now a pick. Okay, yep, that's not a bad EBR run by them. Assuming they are now taking under. Okay, never mind. They just suck. They suck, man! God, you're not learning anything. You guys are getting none of. They can't make this play until they take under at H8. They have to take under. Now, you're not spotting, so they could have done it. Yeah, they did. Good for them. Good for them. I'm glad you get punished there, Cherry. I'm sorry if that sounds like an ass, but you deserve to get punished for that. And I'm glad they punished you. They're going to win this. Without a doubt. Their EBR is now on. Yeah, this was 2 bad EBR runs. That's not what loses you. Well, it should lose you the game, but losing the game, it's just, what the fuck was that camp? Whoever called Hollow, no. I think it's you calling. No. It's a full gamble that they're just going to push zero line. And the worst part is, like, fine if that's like a very common strat. Like, no one shit pushes zero line though, like unless they're so retarded it's like scary. No one is gonna shit push zero line because it's just better to take into here, right? If you're looking at the into here and then push under and light take city, you never shit push zero line, right? I don't know. So that's dumb. I think it's because the other night someone did shit push zero line and it worked, just because we don't really understand what we're doing. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they broke that properly or semi-pro. I really am, because it should show the callers and everyone involved why you can't just sit on the zero line and do nothing all game. Like even if you're camping, which I think you were probably gonna look to repush, but first of all, you can't repush with S-Conk, so that's the first problem. But yeah, you can't sit on zero line. That was poor. That was really poor. We're gonna look at the last one here. Looks like it's back onto Corellia. Oh, I've lost something in my keyboard. Fuck. Oh, here it is. Sorry for the wait. This is gonna be a little bit of a long video. I haven't paid too much attention to individual plays, but I haven't seen anything too egregious. That could just be because I'm not in their view. I mean, I'm seeing Hollow make dumb pokes, just stupid peeks and missing and bouncing shots, so I'm sure everyone else is too. Hollow at least has the excuse she's calling. It shouldn't be an excuse, but it is, because it is hard to call and play your tank. again with the, like, I don't know. You don't need, like, vents, no. Like, if anything, it's V-stab, right? You have a good push comp. Except for the Leopard again, and the 1907. And the T22 and STB. I get its advances and you're winning. Well, you're actually getting your asses kicked now, so you probably should be running real shit. Leo, just look for shots mid, Leo. Get into a bush, Cherry. Get into... No. No. You die for this. You should die for this. Fuck! And don't cross, dude! Oh my god, you get into here and sit. At least Cherry's sitting now. That's so dangerous though, man. And log, no. Come up to B2. That's actually safer. Right, if you see the ABRs, just do a loop, come through. You actually got so many options in the north, but just doing loops and sitting in the open like this, it's not doing anything. Again, what are you spotting right now? Nothing, and you're just kind of in the open, giving their ABRs a chance to come up through a bush and spot you and shoot you. So getting out, okay, whatever. They've taken hill again. You have to light take A3 and then probably rotate out. Meds rotating under here is not bad. Not bad at all. Cherry, stay mid, dude. You got lit somehow. Stay mid. There's no reason for you to leave that spot, unless you fired. There's no reason. Don't peek this! Come on! It's not a bad strike. I don't... it is actually a bad strike. I think it is a bad strike. Yeah, okay. I wasn't even watching. Why? Why C4? They're both EBRs were last spotted north. Go play D4 or something. Cherry, first of all, never should have left his spot, like your EBR, unless they full commit into you, where you should have support. Also, we shouldn't have like 5 tanks in B2 right now. There's a lot of shit going wrong. They could easily repush. Their play is to repush through A line here, by the way. Is to take everything but like 2 or 3 on hill and then repush. They could have mid again. They're coming under. You should have more shit. You should have like a 277 in like E2. Your EBR should have never died. You should be playing like D4 or something right now, or even E3 in bushes, so that you could have 277s in E2 right now, farming this idiot who's come low in his chief, who's spotted by Cherry. You can't do that unless you unequivocally have mid, which they don't. So, but we're sitting again. Like we don't know what to do here. We're sitting. You have options, but so do they, and they actually have the better options. So you gotta pick something and do something. I hate this backing up bullshit. You can't do this, especially not when stunned. This is just poor play. It is just poor play. It's just bad chieftain play. And the fact you're not dead is bad chief play. Don't come up with the STB and T22 here, I don't think. Now, because Hollow's bled so much and there's only 2 other chiefs here, they could easily just repush through K with everything. They have much better options. I don't see you... Okay, thank God that guy's an idiot. But I don't see you guys winning this. Even as it is right now, I don't think you guys... Up HP, I don't think you should win. See? Just... No, getting wide there's dumb too, because if they just repush, you just don't have enough to hold. Like, you just shouldn't be here at all. And again... What the fuck is B2 doing right now for you? And C1. Hold it with 1 or 2 and leave. You have mid. You could probably work something there. You could probably hold A3 with 2, bring 2 down, do an unorthodox play to retake G6 with 1 or 2. And then look to possibly pick C5 with a light from Cherry. That would be hard. That would be really hard, and it would probably be not what you'd think to do, but it is an option. And right now, I really think your K line is vulnerable. You're set up, actually, considering the tanks you have, you're set up about as well as you can to receive it, but they should just be able to push through, and you wouldn't be able to receive it based solely. I don't know why he's allowing himself to get lit. His chief died, and he knows there must be an EBR in mid, so he's just sitting on that rock, which is dumb. 2 277s and C. Oh, they're moving. They're moving. Okay, this is not bad, because with the B2, 277, and Cherry still in mid, unless their EBR is really smart, you should be able to rotate through one line for free, but that should have been discussed. I'm not sure if it was. I don't know if you're going to look to you're on defense. Okay. So because of the position you've put yourselves in, I think, no, Leo goes G2 and sit. No, you have to stay A3. You have to be lighting the A line cross. Unless you're switching. No, that's a game-losing decision right there, not spotting A3. That's game. Okay, he's going back. I think here, yeah, Leo looks for snipes mid. Could even possibly go E2. Very hard, though. And you should know, you need to group your 277s in J5, and there's a reason for that. One, with your 3 277s in J5, you actually can absorb a K-line push, but the main reason is you need your 277s close to the K-line to repush it, because if they repush A-line, which you will see, you can no longer absorb it. You hold it as long as possible with the 2, but you have to retake K, and with your 3 277s out in Lala, J1, K1 land, they can't snipe that well, because they're push tanks. They are not going to be able to retake one line, even if you think you're going to be able to. You won't. Right, you'll just lose, and then they'll be in C1 as you get into C1, but it doesn't matter because you've already lost your 2 277s holding. And they are just not fast enough to push through K from J1, so they should be in J5 right now. Without a doubt, they should be in J5. You're on defense, you've got 3 minutes, you're expecting a push. Regardless of if they push north or south, 277s, like I said, should be in J5 because either they receive the push or they're there to push, right? Dumb run by their EBR. Poor. Oh. I won't comment. Come on. No lead. And we need to be hitting EBRs. Cherry can't go down here. Cherry can't go down here, otherwise they can take through mid. Oh my god. No, this isn't even on. That's on every asshole sitting on the K line, which is a stupid call. Simple as that. Cherry should not die, especially since their EBRs were lit like 20 seconds coming in before they even attempted to go for Cherry. Here comes the push. You should lose this now. Imagine if you had 277s underneath. Your 277s like what? Like, oh my god, this is such bad calling, guys. I get we're new callers. Just bad shooting too. You can't. I am picking on Hollow here. You can't make these bad calls and play poorly. It's just a detriment to the team. And I know Hollow can take it because she's learning and she knows she's trying to improve at calling. And it's hard to call and play, like I said. But and I know she knows this, but it needs to be said. It's got to be better. Everything's got to be better. There's nothing you can do as a player here. If you're told to play K2 in a 277, like what the fuck are you supposed to do? You just lose. This is over. I've explained why sitting in K1 with 277 is really stupid. It just, to me, it shows we don't understand the map. We don't really understand rotations, which is fair. That is why we're playing advances before the campaign, to train calling and to get used to it. We should never see this again, but for anyone who is maybe frustrated, if you're in K1 at 277 and you're, well, why am I in K1? No, you're right. You shouldn't be, but understand we're working at it. We're not experienced with the calling yet, but hopefully this demonstrates. And they didn't do it perfectly, especially because they didn't clear Cherry properly. But they did good enough to show you why you can't do what you guys did, right? You're getting clapped. HP's close because they're, like I said, they're forced to, and they bleed a lot when they shouldn't. But end game, you guys should see. You guys got pretty comprehensively clapped. It looks like, I think that was 3 wins, 3 losses. You just got out-called in the losses, that's what it was. Force 2 isn't necessarily good, but they probably have at least a couple experienced callers. And it showed, it really did show. That's, yep. I think that's what it mostly comes down to. The EBR also are new, so new colors, new EBRs makes it actually very difficult to play around. I think that's really the bottom line, and I'm going to end it here. I'm going to upload, but those should be the biggest two takeaways. I feel like EBRs can learn a lot, and EBRs, not necessarily in what I said was dumb, right? Like, yes, when you see those type of comps, or you see the scenario I was talking about in which you should do this or you shouldn't do this, yes, remember those scenarios, but more try to think of like why I'm saying that, so that you can use that and, you know, extrapolate to other scenarios that may not be what you've seen before, but because you kind of understand the thinking. And I talk about like the feel of the EBR, right? Like if you can start understanding that underlying thinking or feel of how you're playing the tank, you should be good. You should be good. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hopefully we can do better on the advances tonight.